Welcome to Chin-Wag number 9, and today I decided to wear one of my favorite t-shirts, Alice Cooper's Theater of Death. One of my favorite concerts I went to almost 2 years ago down at the Riverside in Milwaukee, and I thought it was such a good concert. Then just a couple months before that, in September, I won a radio contest out of Milwaukee to see Roger Waters do The Wall live, which was just simply amazing down in Chicago at the United Center. Took actually one of the people from my church with me who's into music, and he said, I never thought there'd be a day when I'd go to a Pink Floyd concert with my pastor. It was I took it as a compliment. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well, and I'm glad that you're with me. I'm wearing this shirt because I have a reason for it. On Facebook, I was finding some conversations of people that are Christians wanting to move out of different areas because of violence and just isolated cases. And I grew up in Milwaukee, so we lived like 6 blocks away from the bad part of the neighborhood, and so it's nothing new. But I was thinking about how often we see Christians do this, and I find myself guilty at times as well. But churches do this oftentimes. They'll build a church there in the inner city or in the city, and then all of a sudden they decide, hey, let's move out to the suburbs. Christians will do this. Things getting too violent or it's not a healthy situation, so they end up pulling themselves from it. Parents do this. They start teaching evolution in public school, and I remember my day mythology in school as well, and parents would pull them. My parents didn't, though, and I thank them for that. Let me explain why. I think it's important for us as Christians to be known for what we love, not what we hate. And it's also important to understand both sides of the tracks. I'm glad my parents had the faith in me to know that I'm not going to sway over some guy that's throwing a trident around or fall for a guy named Zeus. It was interesting. It ended up being a great movie, Clash of the Titans, and then the remake later. I remember seeing the first one in a drive-up theater with my dad. But I'm just amazed at how we as Christians can pull ourselves from things, and this isn't the case all the time or with everybody, but I really think we need to be, as Paul said, wait for it, in the world, and not of it. And for someone to say, oh my goodness, teaching evolution and your Christian kids sitting in it, they're in the world and of it. No, that's not what the verse was referring to. Mythology, no, not really. Alice Cooper, believe it or not, I don't know if you knew this or not, but he is a Christian. Go to this link right here, and you can find out more about Alice Cooper and his testimony. There's a great testimony on YouTube. In fact, I just got an email from his, I would like to say from him personally, but I don't know him that well, from his website, and it's talking about a benefit that they're doing for his Christian cause down in Phoenix, Arizona. Just a really good thing. That link is right here. So there you go. But boy, aren't we good at doing that, removing ourselves from situations and grossly misinterpreting, be in the world, not of it? Let me give you another example. I always often wonder when at some point we're going to stop using the word Christian as an adjective. Let me explain. The Christian music, Christian jewelry, Christian food, Christian life insurance seems kind of redundant, doesn't it? Christian cosmetics and Christian pest control. The only thing they don't fight against is proselytizers. So, Christian accounting, Christian vocalists, Christian carpeting, and I've Googled this stuff and I found it on the internet, and the word literally means Christ-like. Functionally, it's supposed to represent those who self-identify with Jesus, and I think that's you and me. However, I think it's used too often as an adjective and to describe any number of things, really, that are unrelating to Christ. I like what Augustine said, and he said it first, not Rob Bell, though I love Rob Bell, that everything is spiritual. In other words, I can go to Roger Waters' concert, and somehow those words resonate with me. Somehow, on some level, those words resonate with me. I remember when he was doing the song Mother, and the song he's singing, and then David Gilmour is the one playing the voice of the mother, and there's one part in there that said, "Mother, should I trust the government?" And in big video on the wall that's being built, it said, "No blanking way. And I didn't get offended by that in the least. It really resonated with me, actually, about the passion this guy has, and keeps me in check about my passion. I really don't have a hang-up with when I see things like that. I don't prefer to use crass words, but at the same time, I don't really have a problem with that. Was there something spiritual going on at that concert? Absolutely. I remember going to King's X. I love King's X. I've seen them multiple times in Milwaukee and once here in the Fox Valley in Appleton. And Doug Pinnick's up on stage, and here's a band that started off on the Christian music scene as a Christian band, but when Doug Pinnick came out of the closet, I was working in the Christian music stores at that time, and we got a fax saying pull all their music. And I thought, this is just so wrong on so many levels. But nonetheless, he starts talking about, those of you that are fat, you're okay. Those of you that are gay, you're okay. Those of you that are whatever, he kept saying you're okay. And over and over he kept doing this. And people in the audience, I'm looking around because I'm just sensing something spiritual going on here. People in the audience are just starting to lose it, like crying at a King's X concert. It was pretty amazing. I think even through there, people's hearts were soft and God was doing something. I just wish there would have been more follow through or something like that. So, Christians, we have to be in the world. Don't isolate ourselves. I really dislike Christian books. I dislike Christian music. It's just books. It's just music. It's just entertainment. It's just clothing. Christian T-shirts that end up copying logos and photoshopping them and everything like that. It's like you're cheapening the gospel, really. I remember the Harley Davidson shirt. Actually, correction, it said Heavenly Divine Son, not Harley Davidson. And I was just shaking my head like, this is not the right way. What are your thoughts on it? What are your thoughts on Christians separating themselves from the world and not being in it? I'd love to hear your thoughts. info@thatsnotmygod.com, or post a comment right here, and would love to hear from you. Hope you're having a great day. You deserve it. Bye.